Algorithms. We all have to learn them to solve our cube. But because there are so many to choose from, it's difficult to know which is the best and how to learn them. In this short video, I'll break it down into 5 simple steps that will keep those tricky algs fresh in your head. Let's dive in. 1. Choosing the right algs. Pick a case you want to learn with the most popular alg used by pro speedcubers. Let's say you're learning the JB perm. Make sure to choose this one and not this, okay? Now if you don't like it, you can find alternatives on YouTube or a cubing site like SpeedCubeDB, where it has a huge library of algorithms not just for 3x3. 2. Learn in groups. If you're planning to learn more than one, I suggest a few per day in groups from easy to hard cases so you don't get them mixed up. For example, you're learning full PLO. By the way, I'll upload a video about full PLO, so don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell when it comes out. Thank you. One day you would start with edge swap PLOs like U, H, and Z. Next day would be adjacent corner swap like T, JA, JB, and so on. 3. Learn the alg. So now that you have the resources, it's time to learn the algorithm. The first step is quite obvious. What does it look like? Are there any bars, blocks, opposite or adjacent stickers, and so on? Try to absorb as many visual clues of the case. Next, don't try to memorize the alg as one long string of moves. Instead, there are a few techniques to memorize it. The first way is by move pattern. Now what it means is by following the move directions in order. Let me explain it clearly with this HOLO, 2 pairs of headlights. Looking at the alg, the right side goes up, down, up, down, up, down, and the upper side goes U, U, U prime, U, U2. So once we know the move pattern, we can perform it without messing up. But this is not always possible, so we can also visualize how pieces move while doing the algorithm. For example, this OLL case, solve corner here, and 2 bars surrounding the square. We're going to keep track of this pair. F, insert the pair, U prime, bring this back up, F prime. And the last way is by watching what our fingers were doing. Let's have an example with an H perm. The M2s are always ring then middle, and the U's are index, index middle, and finally index. Whichever way doesn't matter, so pick one and get comfortable with it. While learning the alg, make sure you're executing it properly. This means applying good finger tricks like U2 double flicks, D push, and rolling R's and so on. Hint hint. Additionally, avoid regrips if possible. 4. Practice the alg. After we learned it, the next step is to repeat the algorithm so it will stick into our muscle memory. Now you could just do it over and over and think, okay, now I know it. However, this won't be enough because that won't show up every solve. And even if it did, your recognition and turning still be choppy. Rather, we can use what's called an alg trainer, which is used to, well, train to recall the algorithm like you're doing a real solve. There are many alg training sites like bestsiteever.ru and jperm.net. These group the algs for you, and you can select any case you're currently learning. While training, follow the scramble above, start the timer, solve the case, stop, and repeat. However, don't practice them too long, which leads us to the last point. 5. Take breaks and repeat. Of course, in the beginning, it might look slow and some mistakes here and there, but it's perfectly normal. Just chill for a bit after a training session, then come back for another one. And eventually, with enough dedication, your alg should look butter smooth and fast. I'll link the resources in the description, and as always, take care and have a great day.